I left my job to be full-time as a trader, and then it didn't work out the way I expected. And guess what happened? My name is Julius. I'm a trader. I had to quit my job for trading because I needed freedom. And I felt like trading would bring this freedom to me.
What is your favorite pair to
Oh
trade?
my God, what a wonderful question.
Yeah.
There are like 3 pairs. There's gold, there's GJ, that is British Red Pound and Japanese Yen.
Yeah.
And also GBP USD, that's GU, that's British Pound and US dollar. I prefer GU.
Before that pair, what were you trading?
A lot. I could just go on the chart,
Yeah.
look for different pairs,
Yeah.
and then I see what the pair that has tried to make a certain structure.
Right.
I follow that.
So which pair do you hate the most?
Man, it's usual CHF. The moment it breaks out, it consolidates more.
Yeah.
So it makes me wait longer and longer, of which I hate. I want it to break. When it breaks, let it make a move that I was expecting. But it does it, but not like other pairs, especially GU.
Tell me about the worst trade you ever took.
It wasn't one. This was gold. That time we had NFP.
Yeah.
And I had just deposited $500 on my account. You know what happened?
What?
I lost that money in just seconds.
Wow.
$500 in just seconds. You can imagine. And this is the money I had put somewhere, thinking that if I put this money on the market and I deposit on my account, it will make me more money.
Yeah.
But that day didn't even end without losing that money. Just seconds. That was NFP. And I had not put stop loss. So, fellow traders, if you're trading without stop loss, something the same kind might happen.
Yeah.
I don't wish that to happen to you, but you never know.
You need to always have a stop loss.
Absolutely, yes.
What is your favorite coping mechanism after blowing an account?
You know, when you blow account, it happens for several reasons. Personally, I used to sit and think, what did I do wrong to lose this money, to blow this account? The biggest challenge I used to have was not putting stop loss. You end up blowing the account. You put in a trade, it goes against you, $1, $2, $10, $50, having a mind behind you that it will maybe come back to my favor, and yet you end up losing it all.
What is the funniest or most ridiculous trading advice someone has ever given you?
Man, I had money on my account, and one friend of mine told me, let's share the money, we shall flip it. This guy said, let's take 50-50, I'll be giving you signals. But the signals he used to give me made me lose even the small money I left on my account. We lost it all. We lost it all.
What is your favorite excuse for why a trade went wrong?
Impatience.
Tell me about the best trade you ever took.
I got $200 on one single trade. That was my first big money that I made in the single trade. That was in gold. You know, when gold decides to give, it gives. And as a newbie in the market, when you make such money, you feel proud. You look at yourself as a profitable trader with just one single trade.
Yeah.
Which is just luck. That's beginner's luck. It happens to everyone.
Yeah. So what is the funniest and most ridiculous thing that you've ever done while waiting for a trade to manifest?
There's a time I waited and this trade matured. I added in a trade. The trade kept on moving, and then eventually it went against me. I lost more than $250, which I can call a lot of money by that time. And guess what happened?
What?
I had to run away from my home. I went in a certain forest somewhere in Usabla to hide myself. I did that because I wanted to return back my mind.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't feel myself anymore.
Yeah.
I felt like the whole world is now on me.
How many times have you tried to quit Forex?
It was like 2 times. The first time was that time when I went to the forest in Savannah to isolate myself.
Yeah.
That was the first time. And the second time is when I left my job to be full-time as a trader. And then it didn't work out the way I expected. Then I was like, why did I choose to leave my job for trading? I was expecting to get money. And now instead of getting money, I'm losing money.
Yeah.
So I almost went back to what I was doing before. I mean, to go back to my employer to ask him to forgive me and come back on my job.
Yeah.
And then I sat back and thought, why did I quit before?
Yeah.
I got answers by myself.
Have you ever tried to manifest a winning trade by talking to your charts? Be honest.
By talking to the charts. Yep. You put in a trade.
Yeah.
You have waited for the conferences, and all your conferences play out. You add in a trade.
Yeah.
The moment you add it into the account,
Yeah.
it goes to your favor. Then you start thinking, okay, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And you feel proud.
Yeah.
You appreciate yourself.
Yeah.
Nothing good like seeing a trade you've just added going to your favor. That is the best feel that any trader will ever have.